Hello, welcome to this episode with the Tarot Files, where we are looking at the fives in the tarot. My name is Kate May, Modern Day Mystic. You can catch me for reading on kate-may.co.uk, or if you would like to learn the tarot, you can go to the same site and under courses and classes, you'll see an online tarot course there. So the fives. Now the fives in the tarot, the numbers go from like 1 to 10 before we get into the court cards. So fives are in the middle. So they indicate a change. Are we going to go down? Are we going to go up? Are we going to continue? Or are we going to go back to where we started from? So they're not reaching a milestone, but they're reaching a point of decision in, is this working, is this not? But they are challenging, I have to say. All the fives in the tarot can cause conflict, challenges, and just that shift of energy that you don't know if you want to do this or you want to do that, or really what's supporting you and what's not. So let's have a look. We've got, first of all, the Five of Swords. So this is a conflict in our minds. Swords are to do with our mental state, our thinking, our logic. So in this particular card, we've got a guy there or person there, and he's looking rather smug, and these two people are looking a bit sad because they've lost the battle. They're walking away, and we've got angry clouds there. But he is picking up these swords, picking up the ideas, picking up people's energy, and he's feeling like, okay, I've won. But actually in that battle, he's lost his two mates, and he can't carry all of them because he'll be overloaded. So sometimes this card very strongly comes up for me when it's like you're going to win but you're going to lose as well. So there's at a cost, and actually these people here will probably find that it's going to be a short-term loss now but a long-term gain later on. So the Five of Swords comes up with the challenge of the mind. Is it worth battling on? What battles do I pick? Is it really worth the argument? Is it really worth the stress? Sometimes it is just better to let someone crack on, let them win, let them have it. Better things are coming for you. So it's a battle of the minds there. In the Five of Cups, we have a feeling on our emotional side, of feeling loss, of feeling sad, feeling despair and grief. But where we're looking down and we're feeling sorry for ourselves, or we're in the midst of grief with the cups there, the emotional, it's fallen over. We're not seeing what's around us because we're looking down. So what is around us is better days or blessings and gratitude. So we've got two cups that are upright here. So in the Five of Cups, our emotions are in a bit of a pickle. We're just emotionally feeling gloom and feeling down. Now, if you've lost somebody, or if your client has lost somebody, you can't tell them just to look up because better days are ahead. You have to be really careful and sensitive of how you deliver certain cards, and this is one of those. So just measure the situation before you tell them to get over it. Now the Two of Cups in the Bridge for me definitely indicates that there is a bridge over troubled waters, that there are better days ahead. Excuse my nail, got to get it done. And that she, or maybe not that one. And there is going to be opportunities that are going to lift the energy if they can look up and not look down. This is literally the minute it's like your cup is half empty, not half full, but you can do something about that within that five change of looking at how you can make your cup full again and focusing more on the positives because they are there, you're just not seeing them. So it's a battle, it's a conflict of your heart, of your emotions. In the Pentacles, we have the battle now with our money. Now, the money seems to be locked away here in the church or in the safeguarding, but these people aren't even looking. They're struggling on their own. They look poor, they look unhealthy, they really look down and out. So the Five of Pentacles can again be a loss of a job, home, finances. Bearing in mind it still is only a minor card, so you have to look at all the cards around to see whether it's going to improve or how bad it is going to be. It's a temporary card, but it does indicate that these people aren't asking for help, they're not reaching out, they're struggling on their own. And again, they're feeling down on their luck. They're looking at almost being the victim, which they may well be. But what's behind them is security, is stability, is the wealth of knowledge there. If only they could stop feeling sorry for themselves and stop thinking about negative influences, but look at the positives there. They would be able to see that coin shining in that window, which would help them. So this card for me usually comes up when I ask people if they're stubborn and that they're making things more difficult for themselves than they actually need to be. Now, just touching in the astrology side of things, this is Mercury in Taurus, which does indicate Mercury is the planet of communication. Taurus is ruled by the throat, which is sometimes easier said than done. Taurus can be at times quite stubborn themselves, but also speaking up for them isn't always easy, and they tend to get throat problems. So Mercury in Taurus can be where it's difficult to ask for help. They're just going to like, I can do this on my own, but actually no, they can't. So the struggle is real within finances, within material aspects, that the support will come from reaching out, from asking for help or support, or going where the help actually is, and not being too the victim or down on yourself. It's a card of poverty, but it is, like I say, temporary, and it can indicate that your money is just going through a rough patch. Now, I have had this card several times in my life, several times a year I'll get this, and I'll know I'm just going to have a little bit of a dry patch, or a patch where perhaps I've got a lot of things going out, but I always recover from it, because we've got that recovery in the background there. And then we have the Five of Wands. Now, what's really interesting about the Five of Wands, this could be battles within our actions, battles within work, colleagues, people, because it's an action card. And if you notice in this card, the sticks there, they're not quite touching. So at first you think, oh my goodness, this is an anxiety, angry card, a fighting card. But when you look closely, they're actually not touching. So it's not as bad as you may think. But also they're all wearing different colours, different clothes, which indicates we've got different people's opinions, we've got different cultures, we've got different religions, different backgrounds. It could be any of those. They're all quite still, they're all standing on their ground, so they're all got their right to a belief system there. So for me, this card indicates that people have an opinion, they have a belief, listen to it. Maybe you can learn something through it, but at the end of the day, it's not necessarily right or wrong. It is just an opinion. So this battle going on, this argument energy and this fire energy with the wands, the fiery battles going on with this five, could be that they're sparked very quickly and they kind of blow up, but also they burn out quite quickly as well. I always advise my clients with this card to step back from the drama, listen to what's going on, acknowledge what's going on, take what they can, but step back from the drama there. The Five of Wands, again, I've had this where there's jealousy and there's people's opinions being sort of spread like fire spreads a bit of gossip there. So by stepping back, you can stamp out that fire spreading rather than joining in and then it continuing. So there you have it, the fives in the tarot. A little bit challenging, still minor conflict, but you can get over it.